Look at this. Look at it. It's giving heat map, temperature map. I'm gonna be spinning this today. This is a Columbia fiber. I got this at Wisconsin Sheep and Wool, which was almost a month ago now. I want to do this series where I try out all these breeds that I've never spun before. I was on a mission to curate my own charcuterie board of fibers, if you will, so I can find, the breeds that I really am obsessed with, because so far I've really only spun merino, and I'm getting kind of bored with it. So this is 4 ounces of fiber from Sheer Wool Fiber Threads, located in Crivets, Wisconsin. Gathered some facts out of my Fleece and Fiber source book. I'm going to talk about right now. The breed of Columbia sheep was bred in the early 1900s for better range sheep out in the western U.S. Big, wide open spaces, cowboys, that kind of thing. Lots of predators like coyotes. So they wanted sheep that would be good about staying together in their flock and not really wandering off and getting picked off by these predators. They were also looking for sheep that would result in a higher wool yield and reproduce lambs at a higher rate too. So the Columbia breed is one of 2 breeds that is a product of breeding Lincoln long wool sheep and Rambouillet sheep. The fiber is 23 to 31 microns, so pretty soft, has a 3 to 6 inch staple length, and the fleece is usually white in color. When they were breeding the sheep, they were really favoring the white fleeces over other colors, so it mostly comes in white, but can come in browns. I don't really have a plan for how I want to spin this. I think I'm just going to start, see what it wants to be, and then go from there. I'll probably end up chain plying it or do a 2 or a 3 ply, because I'm really interested in how this color is going to spin up. Because from what I can tell, this fiber has this hot pink core and this really thin green wrapping around it, which is giving it this heat mappy color. So I'm just going to start spinning it, see how that color works out. And it still has a little bit of lanolin in it. It doesn't really smell like sheep though. There's a surprise 3rd color in the middle here. See, there's the green on the outside, then the pink, and yellow in the middle. Having a lot of difficulty getting even a consistent draft with this. I don't know if it's the wool that wants to or my hands. It's probably my hands. I want to make this nice and thin, but I've been on a journey to try to spin thicker singles because it's really easy for me to do. To frog hair it, if you will, and be consistent about it. I want to try for something more like this. Which I'm not super consistent at doing yet. But my last spin, I was able to get more of a worsted weight, which was really exciting for me. have not been spinning at my treadle wheel as much lately because I've been playing around with my e-spinner and I love it, the portability of it, and then I can literally put my feet up. Since I'm on the shorter end of statures, it's hard for me to find a chair that I'm actually can sit comfortably in and have my feet reach the floor comfortably without triggering my back pain, which is something that I've dealt with since I was a teenager for that's half my life now. I did figure out a good setup on my couch with one of those big armresty pillows behind me. Makes it so I have the right depth and my couch is low enough that I can comfortably tread. This wheel is, I think it's 100% birch, so it's dense. It's dense, so it's heavy. I personally, a lot of people say it travels nice. I personally don't think so, but that's because of me and my body mechanics. And I had shin splints for a minute, so treadling was kind of painful. Oops. My bigger issue with my treadle wheel right now is that I have there's no felt at the bottom of my tension pole. So I basically have no tension or all of the tension. So I have to cross lace my flyer, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But it still leaves me with a very narrow range of tension on this wheel. So I need to take it into the shop and have it have that part replaced because I wore through it very quickly. I mentioned I like to spin. I've actually been spinning more than knitting the last couple months, which is surprising, but also not at all surprising. No, I don't like the way that there are just little clumps. It's definitely harder for me to get a consistent single here with this. And I want to say it's because of the way the colors are sitting next to each other. But there are also spots where I'm drafting where I'm not having that problem and the colors are all together. I don't think it's the shorter staple length. Is 3 to 6 inches even a short staple length? I don't know, but I just spun up a CVM, and CVM has a 3 to 5 inch staple length, and I wasn't really having this problem with it. Maybe I just have to accept that it's going to have little bits of floof in there. This is definitely not going to be one of my most consistent spins, and I'm just going to have to accept that. Maybe it's not bad. I have set areas of consistency, but then it's not going to be consistent over the entirety of this bobbin, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do ply-wise with this, because with the colors, it's kind of busy enough on its own. I hate when I'm trying to fix these tootsie rolls of underdrafting and then make it worse the other direction and then accidentally overdraft. So I've spun a decent little chunk here, and I think I'm gonna apply it to see how that looks. I think I'm gonna do a 2-ply. I think I did figure out the consistency that or the thickness that the single's gonna be in the end. It's easier for me to do it thinner than I kind of wanted. Not by a lot, but that's okay. I'm gonna ball this bad boy and we'll see how it plies. You really don't realize how much you've spun until you take it off the bobbin. And I ended up with 4 different plying bracelets because there were some very thin spots that just snapped as I was pulling it off. But yeah, here's how it looks so far. fun. Not really my colors, but I needed to know what this was going to turn into. So let's ply it. So here's what it's turning out like. Very barber pole-y. So I only plied 2 of the half of, well, it was probably less than half. As a 2-ply. Took it off because I wanted to see what it looks like, and it's fun. I don't hate it. It's just like really busy. So I'm gonna try it and chain ply it. See if I like that better. But this is smooshy. And it'll probably fill out really nice after a wash in black. So let's chain ply. So here's the chain ply, which I honestly wasn't really expecting a difference color-wise. I think the 2-ply helped like even out the thickness versus the chain ply. It's like here, if I have like really thin spots, they're gonna be together. Same with the thick spots. Also, I like chain plying, but do not recommend doing it off of one of these. It was very tricky. I'd like to try some Columbia where it's like a solid color, or it's more blended together versus the way that these colors were put together. Now, when I'm done with this, what the fuck am I gonna do with this yarn? I don't know, because I'm kind of not a fan of how crazy this is, but I know somebody will like it. I don't know. I don't hate it. It's not my favorite. I already know that. I'm not in love with it. Like I said, I want to try it in like a solid color, because I feel like, and I could totally be wrong because I haven't been spinning very long, but I feel like the fact that these colors are not like fully blended together is making it difficult for me to draft evenly. But like I said, that could just be a skill issue. I'm definitely interested to see if that actually makes a difference or not. And then will I get my hands on Columbia again? And not sure. But I definitely want to try it again with a solid color. How many times can I say that? Like 5 times. So I did go back and card this fiber together to see if that would make any difference. Unfortunately, I was still having the same consistency problems with the carded bits. So I think that this is just more of like a textured fiber. I really wanted to love this fiber because I loved the way it felt, but it just was not cooperating the way that I was hoping, which was disappointing. But I still spun the whole braid up. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for watching. What braid am I going to sheep next? Am I going to sheep next? What braid am I going to spin next? Stay tuned and find out. Happy spinning, happy knitting, happy crafting!